Welcome to This Is My Architecture. I'm Kurt, and today we're in New York City, and we're joined by Han from Bristol-Myers Squibb. Welcome to the show, Han.
Thank you.
Please tell us about your business.
So Bristol-Myers is a large biopharma company, and we bring innovative medicine to our customers. So we use AWS for a lot of our computing. So we're here to talk about an architecture.
Yeah, and you told me that you guys have a very large amount of applications or component pieces of applications that you deploy frequently through your DevOps mechanisms. And you brought in architecture. Let's dive right into it.
Yes.
What are we looking at?
So we are looking at a problem that a lot of projects face. So on this side, you can see a representation of what is known as S3 website using CloudFront and Lambdas and API Gateway. So a lot of projects will have to build these separately and then assemble them into a bigger project.
So this is a very common application stack that many of our viewers would have, right? And you have to build all these component pieces, and I assume you had to do that before.
Yes. So one of the problem is project teams are involved with trying to fulfill the project requirements. Building all these components actually requires you to deal with enterprise requirements like security, backup, restore, encryption. So a lot of details have to be dealt with by project teams, and that feels very unnatural to a DevOps process.
So how did you drive simplification into this?
Right, so what happens is we actually take all these that could take, let's say, 6 weeks to build, and deploy them and make available to project team as a product. So what you see over here, instead of being built by project teams, are actually built by a product team. And they're made available for projects to be used inside a CloudFormation. So a CloudFormation can actually assemble a list of products to create a project solution.
So I see that you use Service Catalog to implement that with. You could argue that why not just use individual CloudFormation templates that instantiates each one of these application stacks? Why Service Catalog?
Very good question. So the real point is when you use a Service Catalog product, you don't just come with a single solution. It comes with its entire version from now till the future. So if I instantiate a product in my CloudFormation, and later on security team or some compliance team decided that we need to turn on encryption or change how this is done, we will release a new product version. The teams that were previously using an older product version can be persuaded to upgrade to that version. We can actually have very well-known checkpoints. And every product is able to leverage all that knowledge now and into the future. So suddenly your DevOps project is no longer just one team working on it. It becomes one team working on the efforts of every other product team. So it's like a big assembly of products.
Got it. So what actually governs the assembly of the individual product component pieces into a final product?
Good question. So what happens is we intentionally make our products to be atomic, right? To be built together. So we don't actually have a single product that just, the whole project use one product. No. We made the products purposely fit things that you have to Lego block, put them together. And by doing that, we actually enable projects to adapt to what they need. Some projects will choose certain combination of products, some projects will use another combination of products. So by doing that, we standardize how a particular solution is supposed to do, but we allow flexibility for teams to actually react to their project needs.
That's fantastic. I like the flexibility, and it's all driven through the CloudFormation template. So how do you deploy it? How does it actually get into production?
Right. So first of all, the products are assembled in the CloudFormation, so you can actually use all the references in between them to assemble. And once the CloudFormation does that, you can send it through Code Pipeline. So all these solutions are sent to Code Pipeline, and we have a solution that deploys it to different accounts. So we have dev account, we have test account, and we have production account. So a lot of these products and the portfolios they are in are already pre-deployed to all the accounts. So as you use them in your CloudFormation, it's actually very simple for project teams. So a lot of this is simplicity. We're just trying to make projects very easy to use. the details of what accounts, what environment is actually abstracted away inside the product.
So Han, a great amount of simplification here, really abstracting complete application stack builds into the service catalog and then using a mechanism to assembling them together. How long did it take you guys to build a traditional stack?
So if this was traditionally CloudFormation, every team would have to build this part, which would take several weeks, up to 6 weeks. But because we made it into a reusable product, the teams using the product can now achieve all that objectives in 15 minutes or less. So that's a huge amount of savings. This is just one product. If you imagine all the other ones do their own thing, the acceleration is incredible.
Several weeks to a couple minutes, that's really fantastic.
Yes.
Han, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for sharing your architecture with us. And thank you for watching This is My Architecture.